At JF Brennan, we consider ourselves full-service marine contractors. We do work above and below the water and all the way around it. And while doing that, we consider ourselves stewards of the waterways.
Well, we trace our roots back to 1919 when my great-grandfather and his brother left the family farm and they decided to start a contracting business. And over the years, they morphed into what we call a marine construction company, where they did most of their work along the Mississippi River.
The types of projects that we go after, it can be broken down into a couple of different categories. Environmental work, and that's where we're dredging contaminated sediment and dewatering it, sending it to a landfill. Then there's also the navigational work that we'll go after, and that'll be the dredging in the Mississippi or inland waters, brown waters, ports, and marinas.
Even in the dredging side of the business, where we have to go in and surgically remove contaminated sediments off the bottom of a riverway. We do a lot of barge terminal construction, so when you go up and down the Mississippi River and you see the loading and offloading facilities, we do a lot of their dock construction and maintenance and services. We are very innovative in everything that we do. We go out and we take on very difficult projects, challenging projects, and we're very good at coming up with new ideas and innovative tools to do projects better, to do them safer, and to reach, I would say, lofty goals that our clients expect from us.
So working with CAT OEM is something that different parts of the company have done over several years to help dredge more accurately, increase production, and reduce our clients' costs. Dredging and beneficial reusing of that material can not only be very economical, but it can also be very beneficial to the environment. Creating islands out of maintenance dredging can not only create habitat, but also barriers to protect residents. It truly is making the world a cleaner place. The Kratz Island project is a project where we are going to dredge 900,000 cubic yards and pump it over 5 miles to a containment site, and then be reused for road projects or other heavy and highway projects, or maybe some vertical building. We want to dredge accurate because we want to send less material to the containment site or the landfill. Usually place environmental caps or covers, and that's when you're placing clean sand or gravel back into the waterway to help protect the environment.
We now have the technology and the capabilities to go out and clean up areas like rivers as we continue to innovate, and there are new OEM pieces of equipment like hydraulic dredges and amphibious excavators.
Brennan performs a lot of environmental cleanups. It was on one of the coasts. I remember meeting some of the local residents, and they had said, we've never seen salmon spawning in this river. When we were finishing up, we started seeing salmon spawning along the dredges.
We are using polyalkylene glycol for being on the water. We use it in all of our dredges. We have it in excavators. We have it in all of our amphibious equipment.
Typical construction in a wetland is building roads out over top of, say, a contaminated marsh, and you would perform excavation. These haul roads would become contaminated themselves, and all of that material would have to be hauled to a landfill. Some of our innovations, we are applying amphibious equipment, both excavators and dump trucks, eliminating the haul roads, which is cutting down on the material that's going to the landfill and also reducing our clients' cost.
Our amphibious excavators have CAT 324Es on them, very good machines. The amphibious excavator lets us go into jobs that other people can't go into. Our amphibious excavators can walk where a man or a machine cannot go. The undercarriage, they are roughly 35 foot long, 6 foot wide, 6 foot tall. Pontoons, meaning hollow inside, so when this excavator goes into open water, it floats. Our amphibious has a 55 foot reach at ground level with a 1.57 yard bucket. The capacity lends itself towards twice as fast for loading our amphibious dump trucks. Our union operators by far prefer CAT equipment.
Caterpillar, because of their service network and the fact that they're located in so many different locations, means that we can go virtually anywhere in this country and rely on a high level of service and good equipment and good people to work with. And so that fits our business model very well when we look to expand geographically.
JF Brennan works 24 hours a day. So to the normal guy, his one shift is my 3 shifts. So parts availability to JF Brennan is everything. No other dealer can provide the parts and service availability that Cat does.
When I think of the gold standard of equipment, I think of Caterpillar. When I think of excavators, dozers, and loaders, I think of a yellow piece of machinery with a Cat emblem on it. And when I think of environmental cleanups and environmental caps and wetland restoration, I think of the gold standard as JF Brennan. And there's no coincidence that these two great companies are working together, building some of the most challenging projects in America.